Morning, everybody. Now, how many of you have ever been through rough times? You had good times for a bit, things are going well, times get bad. People go through those all the time. Now, unfortunately, what happens in those kind of situations sometimes is, say, you're doing well, you make a lot of money, you have friends, people around you, times go bad, and the people disappear. We call those people fair weather friends. Now, how many of you are familiar with the Star Wars movies? If you're not, crawl out from under the rock you're on and listen up. There's obviously a character from the good movies called Han Solo. And in the first movie, number 4 now, he says, "I'm only in this for the money." Now, understandably for that character, it makes a lot of sense. He is what they call a space pirate, which is pretty much like a regular pirate, but with less gravity. Now, the thing about Han Solo is he very much embodied that spirit of, I do this for me, myself, nobody else. Now, when it comes to, say, a fair weather friend, it's a little different. They will hang around you because, you know, they say they like your company, they like your good times, but really, if you're around there buying the drinks, taking them places, stuff like that, that's what they're really in for. It's important to look out for these kind of people, and we oftentimes don't even know that they are. You know, we're in the good times, we're having a good time. We don't realize that these people that are around us are fair weather friends. Myself personally, a couple years ago, I was doing very well, was taking, you know, good job, all that stuff. Fortunately, due to the recession, my job was outsourced, and I lost it. And all of a sudden, a lot of those friends disappeared. And the friends that stuck around me, those were the friends that I knew were my true friends, because they cared about me, they knew about my situation, what was going on, no matter what. So, yeah. Fair weather friends, they are in it for the money, but now you know who they are. And the thing is when all of a sudden things get better again, which, you know, for the most part, for most people, they will. Things do get better. They come back around again, now you got to keep your eye open. Because the problem is, who's to say that bad times won't come back around again? You know, things go in cycles, over and over and over again. If it happens again, they disappear, well then at that point you've got nobody to blame but yourself. But the first time around, blame them, why not? So, when Han Solo says, "I'm only in this for the money," well, he does change his tune, as we all know, of course, if you've seen the last of the movies. Again, if you haven't, crawl out from under the rock. And, yeah, just be wary of people that will try to take advantage of you during the good times, but won't stick around. You'll be able to spot these people pretty much because they'll be the ones saying, "Hey, you know, can you spot me on this one," or whatever the case may be. But, you know, of course, it's your money, it's your life. If you want to do that, good on you. Thank you.
Very intimate people. Inconceivable.
Brandon, I like the rhetorical question and the fact that you didn't turn it into a survey. I think that's a better way to go. But you do kind of need to get to the point a little bit. You've given us an interpretation of what you think's going on here. This is really about fair weather friends. The point that you're making needs to be a little bit sharper. We know what the subject area is, but your perspective should be expressed more clearly. There's not really a preview of what the structure is going to be, and so once you've gotten to that analogy about the fair weather friends, then it just seems to sort of wander through a story. And so it progresses adequately, but it doesn't really seem to go very far. I think most of us knew where you were headed from the very beginning, so I think your illustrations don't get you quite as much as you'd like them to. Your gestures are involved at the beginning, although they become a little bit repetitive, and I think that about halfway through the speech you settled down and they were a little bit more natural. You did a good job talking to most of the audience. I thought your eye contact was pretty solid and your facial expressions were pretty effective. Like I said before, there's not really a setup of what the structure is in the speech, and so it does sound repetitive sometimes. At the beginning, I thought there was going to be maybe a little bit too much pacing and movement. Same sort of thing, though. It seemed like you settled down and became a little more naturalistic as the speech was going on. There was good diversity in your tone, but on the pacing of the presentation, it seemed like that's where your uncertainty and hesitations came out, that you would get to a spot where you weren't quite sure where you were going next, and it just felt a little bit awkward for a fraction of a second, not a long time, but not doing quite as smoothly as you were doing at the beginning of the speech. All right, thank you.